Hey everybody, Janet here again with Miss Movie Freakout. Welcome back. Before I begin today's review, I just wanted to let you know that there will be spoilers. So, big spoiler alert for the movie The Babadook. If you don't want to hear it, if you don't want to, get ruined or spoiled for the movie, stop now or forever hold your peace. You have been warned. Otherwise, if you want to continue on, again, welcome back, and this is my review for The Babadook. Written and directed by Jennifer Kent, The Babadook is the story of a single mother who is dealing with the grief, struggling with the grief of losing her husband years prior, all while raising her son, when a dark presence starts to torment them. Now, I'm going to start out by saying that I did like this movie. I did. But I wasn't scared by it. And I didn't feel that it was a horror film at all. And I'll explain why here in a little bit. But first I wanted to go with the acting. Essie Davis as Amelia, as the mother, and Noah Wiseman as Samuel, her son, were superb. These two just gave such wonderful performances in this movie, especially Noah. Wow, his acting, good lord, he acted the hell out of this. The way that he portrayed the fear, I mean, just the look and the sheer terror that this kid had all over his face and just his body and the way it embodied it. It's like, oh my gosh, he was amazing. And then just the protectiveness that he had towards his mother and trying to help both of them, and then just the fight. Gosh, he like I said, he acted the hell out of this, and I loved his performance. I mean, that kid, wow, blew me away with his role. And then Essie Davis as Amelia. Gosh, the way that she portrayed grief and depression, all while still trying to keep it together so that she could raise her son, whose birth was is directly tied to the reason why she lost her husband and why she is grieving and everything. I mean, gosh, her performance was so lovely and heartbreaking. I mean, God, I felt for these two. I just was really hoping for this little family to make it. I wanted them to overcome the Babadook. I wanted them to just end up happy. It's like, you could do it, you could make it, you could survive this. And yeah, their performances are the reason why I hope and I wish that major awards gave and noticed the horror genre and just gave those acting nominations to them, because these two, God, I would love if these two got nominations for the Oscars. And yes, I'll say it, the Oscars. I would love that. But unfortunately, that won't happen because the genre just gets snubbed in major award shows. But these guys deserve it. They acted so beautifully, and just their performances were wonderful. The story was very interesting. I liked it a lot. I just wasn't scared from it, and that really puzzled me when the movie was over, because I scare so easily. I am a big old chicken when it comes to horror films, but that doesn't stop me from watching them because I love them. So I had to search more. I had to go in and discover and read up a little bit more about the story, because I just wanted to know, okay, why didn't I find this scary? So I saw some folks, some people who had seen it. There were discussions here and there where they said that the Babadook was actually a manifestation of Amelia's fear and depression, and that's why it was also ultimately affecting her son Samuel. And so I thought that was interesting. When I heard that, I was like, I could see that, because you could tell that this movie definitely touched a lot with fear and grief and depression with those aspects because she was struggling. And so I think that's maybe why I didn't find it so scary, because that wasn't my fear, if that makes sense. I mean, here's where, I mean, I've been a little spoilery up until now, but I'm about to get really spoilery. There was a part in the movie where the book, Mr. Babadook, that's featured in the movie, says, do not let it in, because once you let in the Babadook, you could never get rid of it. And so at the end, when they seemingly won and you know, overcame the Babadook, it's like, why is it still living in their basement, and why are they feeding it worms? So to me, by saying that it was actually, it's like a manifestation of her grief or depression, that makes sense to me, because you sometimes never get over that grief. You sometimes never get over that depression. Every day is a struggle. Some days are worse than others. And so, and then you just have to try to learn to live with it and move on as best you can while it still lingers in the background, while it still lingers in the basement in the case of this movie. So when I had heard that was possibly what was going on there, I haven't seen any interviews regarding what the director said about it, but if that's what was trying to be portrayed, wow. I mean, I've never seen something like that. First off, you hardly ever really see grief and depression shown in films in such a gritty in your face way like this one did. But like I said a little bit ago, I think that's why I wasn't scared by the Babadook. He was creepy. The book was scary. I mean, gosh, that book was, to me, the scariest thing about the movie. And which is the images that were in it, and the pop-up book, and just showing like all these like just crazy pictures, and it's like, oh God. And I guess you could actually buy it from the movie's website. So if you're at all interested, check it out over there. I'm too scared to go buy it, but so I ain't gonna do it. But if you think that this would be like a really cool souvenir or something like that, then by all means, check it out at their website. So yeah, I think that's why I didn't find it scary, which was really too bad, because the movie was so well made. Jennifer Kent, in writing and directing this, did such a great job with the mood, with the creep factor, with the storytelling, and then having the actors come in and just performing their asses off with this. I mean, it just pulled in a great film. It's just too bad that I didn't get scared by it. So ultimately, because of all that, I am giving this a large combo, because I did like it. Would have loved to have loved it, but I did like it. So there you have it. Check out the film for yourself if I haven't completely spoiled it for you, but you know what? I warned you. So, but yeah, if you're still curious, check it out. Worth the watch, at least for those performances. I mean, gosh, watching these two act on screen, definitely a highlight. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, any suggestions or whatever, please let me know in the comments below. Like this if you liked what you saw. If you want to see more, go to my website, Miss Movie Freakout. I'm sorry, no, that's wrong. Moviefreakout.com. And you know, like, subscribe there as well. Share this, tell your friends, whatever. Watch the movie. It's another really great Australian film that's out there. And yeah, just check it out. And thank you guys so much for watching, and see you all next time.